Hey everybody, the Noble 111 here. I want to talk real quick about Toy Story 5. We don't know a whole lot of details about it yet, but we know the whole gang is back, and this is probably one of the most unnecessary movies of all time, right? And it seems like the bad guy is electronics or this leapfrog looking tablet. And, and yeah, I've heard, I guess this is, we had Woody's story in the last movie. Toy Story 3 was Andy's movie. Toy Story 4 was Woody's movie. And Toy Story 5 is supposedly Jesse's movie. So, we'll see? Question mark. Is Toy Story 6 going to be Buzz's movie? I don't know. Or did we technically already got Buzz's movie, but no one liked that either. So I don't know. Um but I have a theory. I have a theory. Two theories. The first one is that, no one cares about this movie being produced. No one cares. This is, yeah, it's going to get across. Maybe three people on the team actually care. But the main purpose is that this is going to sell more merchandise. They don't really care a whole lot about ticket sales. They care about, oh, hey, new Toy Story movie. We're relevant again. We can sell more merchandise. Brand new merchandise. Oh, there's new characters. Oh, that's a new sticker. That's a new t-shirt. That's a new toy. And I think we actually talked about that a little bit in one of our previous YouTube videos. I forget if I talked about that or not. There's a chance I could have just thought about it. I don't know. But obviously, that's a chance that they care more about the merchandise. They're selling out, essentially, yeah. Sequel bait, no need for a fourth movie, no need for a fifth movie, and no need for the future sixth movie. But I have an even deeper theory than that. I feel like that's a surface level theory. I have a deeper schizophrenic theory that I have in my brain. And think about the plot, right? We don't know a whole lot about the plot, but you're telling me there's a bad guy who is an electronic tablet. I think that's a good message, right? Everyone can applaud that, right? It's a good moral. We want kids to not be iPad kids, right? It's a good idea to have, right? Good moral. Well, yeah, on the surface, yeah, that is a good moral. Good for Pixar. They've always been about good morals, right? Well, think about to that last point that I just said, talking about merchandise. Now think about the name of the movie, Toy Story. I'm about to blow your mind here. What if the reason this movie's being made, not only to push out more merchandise, also to push out more toys? Now, I think that's pretty much a given, right? Toy Story, yeah, they're gonna bring back toys. They're gonna sell more toys. They're gonna tweak the designs a little bit to sell new toys. Yeah, that's gonna happen. But no, that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Toy Story. That the bad guy is an electronic tablet. Now, what if somewhere someone was pulling the strings and being like, hey, a lot of kids, the toy market's going down. Toys R Us is out of business. And that's just the start of things. Toys are losing their luster. And this movie is a good recap of that. But what if someone behind the strings was like, hey, if toys become extinct one day, that's a whole market going down. That's a whole lot of jobs being lost if we stop selling toys, if we stop making toys, if we stop selling toys. People go see this movie and they're going to be all hit in the feels. They're going to be, oh my God, you're so right. We can't let our kids have tablets. Everyone needs to go back to playing with toys. I 100% agree. And if that's the overall message that gets carried on, and let's say it sticks to the wall, it sticks to the ground, Well, that's a whole lot of more toys being sold. That's a whole lot of more money being made, right? Potentially saving the toy market, question mark? I don't know. But you know who is a big major distributor of toys? Disney. Disney is probably the number one distributor of toys. I'm not looking that up. I made up that stat line, but I'd like to think it's true. I'd like to think it's there's some truth behind that. So yeah, Disney, if they can't sell toys, I'm not saying they're going to go extinct. Disney is never ever going to go extinct. But it's a big part of their market is merchandise and toys and selling toys to kids. And I think they'd have a lot better luck selling toys to kids than selling apps to kids, right? And you look at you look at companies like Lego, and I would say Lego has marketed a lot more of their stuff to adults than they have to kids. Because I think, I can't speak for everybody, but I would say adults are almost just as susceptible to buying toys than kids are. Again, another stat line I just threw up there. I don't know how true that is. But really interesting to think about. Interesting stuff. And we'll see if this is Disney's plan and if it works out. And yeah, and I think it's kind of interesting because you look at the Fortnite stuff. Love to randomly throw Fortnite in here, but Disney owns a part of Fortnite for those who don't know, and it's looking like, hey, well, Disney's gonna win either way because if they can't target you with toys, they'll target you with gaming. I mean, they're taking over a percentage of Fortnite. They're marketing their skins in Fortnite. And if you think that's not going to happen, it is going to happen. We just got The Simpsons season in Fortnite, a whole season dedicated to The Simpsons, which is a property that Disney owns. And that's just the start of it. So, hey, no matter what, Disney's probably going to win. And, let's not make this the most seen animated movie of all time because it doesn't deserve it. Okay? But, because Disney's already making money in other ways, so we don't need to watch the movie. We don't. Just, watch someone make a movie review of it, like me or something. I don't know. But, I don't see Disney losing this scenario at all. Like I said, whether it's promoting merchandise, whether it's saving the toy business, or whether it's investing more into Fortnite, genuinely. And I think Fortnite's just a start. I think, I would not be surprised if they try to take over other games too. Really interesting stuff. But that's all I have to say. Let me know if this theory is too crazy. Let me know if there's some truth to it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. More commentaries coming out soon. Love you guys big time.